All right, today we're digging into a seriously powerful formula for success from the one and only Tracy. This isn't just some feel-good theory. This is the actual blueprint that top performers use to build incredible lives.
It sounds a little too simple to be real, doesn't it? But according to Tracy, this is exactly where the entire journey kicks off. Not with some complicated app or a pricey seminar, but just a blank page and a really clear idea of what you want.
And this stat just says it all. Success isn't really about luck or where you came from. It's about having a process. Think about it. 87% of millionaires started from zero, just like anyone else. The big difference? They had a formula. And today, we're going to break down that exact formula, step by step.
So, where do we start? We start with the foundation. This very first step is what gets everything else moving. It's called a 10-goal exercise, and its real power is just how simple it is. Okay, so here's exactly what you do. You grab a clean sheet of paper, put today's date at the top, and then you just write down 10 things you want to accomplish in the next year. But here's the secret sauce. Step 4. You have to write them in the present tense. Not I will earn, but I earn. Not I will achieve, but I achieve. It feels a little weird at first, but what you're really doing is programming your subconscious mind for success. So once you have your list of 10 goals, you've got a new problem. Where do you even focus? You can't chase 10 rabbits at the same time, right? This next step is all about finding that one single priority that matters most. And this is what Tracy calls the magic wand question. You read through your list and ask yourself, if I could wave a magic wand and achieve one of these goals instantly, right now, which one would totally transform my life for the better? That goal, the one that just pops out at you, that's your mission. Circle it. Okay, now that you've got your number one goal locked in, we can start to build the framework to actually make it happen. And that brings us to the very first of Tracy's 7 C's, which is honestly probably the most important one of all, clarity. Tracy says clarity is his favorite word for a good reason. Whether you're running a giant company or just running your own life, pretty much all problems start with a lack of clarity. If you're not totally sure what you're trying to do, how can you possibly do it well? This is why you've got to make clarity a daily habit. Tracy says working without a written to-do list is like driving on a winding mountain road with your hands off the steering wheel. Your life just drifts off into, well, useless things. But with a list, you have a roadmap. It's that simple. Okay, so once you're clear on your goal, you need the actual skills to pull it off. This brings us to the next 2 pillars, and they're all about becoming a master of your craft, competence and continuous learning.
Let's just be real for a second. You can't earn a lot if you're not very, very good at what you do. The rule is simple. To be a top earner, you have to be in the top 10% of your field. Just think about it, right? There are no successful people who are just kind of mediocre. They're excellent, and that excellence is a choice.
And Tracy learned this the hard way. Early in his sales career, he was making thousands of cold calls and getting almost nowhere. He was struggling. So he asked himself, what's the one skill that's holding me back? And the answer was closing the sale. So he decided to master that one thing. And in just 1 year, his income shot up 10 times. It changed his entire life.
So how do you get that good? Well, that's the 3rd C, continuous learning. And this isn't something you do when you feel like it. The top performers, the self-made millionaires, they spend 60 to 90 minutes every single day studying their craft. It's just part of their routine, non-negotiable. And if you need proof, just look at Warren Buffett, one of the richest people on the planet. How does he spend his time? He reads. He reads about 500 pages a day. It's wild. He and his partners all say the same thing. You have to just keep reading and learning because one idea, just one, can make you rich. So, you've got clarity and you're building competence. Great. Now we need to get your brain wired for execution. These next 3 C's, concentration, constraints, and commitment, are all about building the mental framework to get things done.
First up, concentration. In our world of endless notifications and the million open tabs, this is a genuine superpower. It's the ability to just focus like a laser beam on your most important task and stay with it, no distractions, until it is 100% done.
Next up, we've got constraints. So between you and any goal you have, there's always one main bottleneck, one choke point that's holding you back. Maybe it's not enough leads in your business or a specific skill you need for a promotion. Your job is to find that one thing and put all your energy into fixing it. You solve the constraint, you speed up everything.
And the sixth C is commitment. And let's be super clear, there is absolutely no success without this one. It means you decide you're going to succeed no matter what happens and no matter how long it takes. It's about putting your whole heart into it for a long, long time.
Okay, we've covered clarity, mastery, and mindset. But there's one final pillar that holds all the others up. Winston Churchill even called it the most important virtue of all. This final C is courage.
And courage isn't just one thing. It's really got two parts. First, there's the courage to just begin, to start something new, knowing full well you might fail. But the second part is just as critical. It's the courage to persist, the strength to keep going when it gets hard, when you feel like you've been knocked down, when pretty much everyone else would just quit.
And think about how Tracy himself answers this. When asked his best quality, he doesn't say intelligence or talent. He says, "I think my best quality is that I never give up." That is the ultimate form of courage, just deciding that quitting isn't an option. So how in the world do you develop that kind of unstoppable persistence? Well, it all starts right up here, between your ears. The great rule of life is you become what you think about all day long. But even more than that, you become what you say to yourself. That inner conversation you have, it literally creates your reality. So the key is to take control of that conversation. Tracy gives us a simple, incredibly powerful mantra to hardwire persistence right into your brain. It's 3 words you repeat to yourself, especially when you hit a wall. I never give up. You just say it over and over until you believe it.
Because really, if you think about it, if you truly never give up, what's the only possible outcome? Eventually, you have to succeed. It's inevitable. Nothing can stop someone who just refuses to be stopped. So the final question isn't for me, it's for you. The next time things get tough, what are you going to say to yourself?